insert. Hey everybody, just got out on the water. We've got 3 dozen live shrimp today, and it's already pretty late in the afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock. Sunset's gonna be around 5:15. So we're gonna get in as much fishing as we can. We're gonna fish the docks here around this little cove in the bay, and just hope for some redfish, trout, black drum, really whatever we can get our hands on. Haven't been fishing in a while, so just looking to catch some fish and take home anything we can. So I'll see you guys when we get to the first dock. All right, guys, just got our first bait out here on the first dock we're gonna be fishing today. We've had some luck here before, so just gonna come back and try this real quick and see if we can't produce a fish or two before we go start exploring some new territory. But I'll see you guys when we get some action. Well, we got a fish. Doesn't feel like a terrible fish. We'll see what we got. Little red here. I don't think there was some more with him there. You see all the redfish with him? Wow. There's a bunch with him. He's not traveling alone. This is gonna be a small guy though. We were looking for his father. His grandpa, actually. But I did see a bunch with him, so that is a good sign. We do got some redfish here. Let's just find the big ones. Looking for one we can take home today. This is the target species for today, that's for sure. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, so while I'm putting another shrimp on here, I'll kind of go ahead and show you the rig I got. So I just got it straight tied to my, I believe this is 15-pound mono. So all I have is a little split shot here. I think it's an 1/8 ounce, maybe a 1/16 ounce. Really small split shot with a little circle hook. I'm not sure the exact size, but just something small, the size of the tip of your finger there. And we're just hooking these shrimp in the back of the tail right here. All right, got another little fish here. I think it's another little red. Let's see if we can see all the guys with them this time. No, they've swam off. But another decent little redfish here. Just looking for that big one, which I've sat here and caught 10 of these guys, and then finally got myself a 25-inch one before, so multiple times. So just gonna keep getting in there and hopefully get the big one to bite. A better red right here. Got him. This is the best of the day. I don't know if he's going to quite cut it yet though. He's close. He's going to be close. He's going to be a little short. We're gonna go ahead. There we go. This is our guy here. He was right at about 18, so just an inch or two too short to keep today. But hopefully we will be able to get another. Best red of the day though. Got a beautiful blue tail, so that's not a bad catch. Go ahead and put him back. And there he goes. Good fish on here. I was over here screwing my GoPros. We might have a keeper redfish on here. I think he's going to be another guy that comes up a hair short. Another good fish though. Right at 19 inches. Just got our first keeper red of the day here. I don't know if you can see, but he was right at 19.5 inches. So he is going to be going in the box. 19 is the minimum slot. And we've been working for this guy today. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this one and hopefully get another one. If we could get something about 22, 23 inches, that would be perfect. So we're gonna keep fishing, and I'll see you guys when we get some more action. I think this was number 4 of the day. So we've had a decent day. I haven't even been out here an hour. So pretty happy with how the day is going. Definitely have been able to make it happen on the target species. So I just checked the local FWC regulations on my app Fish Rules, and it just said that you're only allowed to keep 1 redfish per person and 4 per vessel. So I was always under the impression it was 2. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I was thinking 2 per vessel, because me and my buddies have always kept 2 when we're in a group. But looks like that one is going to be the one for today. We're going to do a little bit more fishing, see if we can't get on maybe a bigger one just for the fun of it. But I'll see you guys when we get some more action. Just wanted to update because I had said I wanted to get another one to keep, but we're just going to keep fishing and hopefully just fish to catch a big one.
I'm surprised this spot's not a little bit better than what it usually is. Something had it there, was toying with it. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. Could. Kind of had to do some acrobats there. I'm afraid this might be a catfish because I've definitely caught them here before. Definitely putting up a fight though. I've not been able to get a good look at them. I don't know, this could be a very solid redfish. These circle white catfish typically do. No, it's a monster red. It is a monster redfish. A monster red. Very good fish here. Very good fish. We're just gonna have to let this guy tire himself out. We're gonna loosen this drag up a little bit. I don't want him popping us off. Wow, I've always been told that that spot right there, particular spot, is very solid. I've just never personally had any luck at it. Let's see if we land this fella. Very solid fish. And we got him in the kayak. Awesome. Let's get him unhooked here. Right in the corner of the mouth with the circle hook. This is fat fella right here. Look at that. Measure there, measure tape. Let's get a measure on this guy. See what he is. He is. Let's see. Look at this. Have it in the water. Get a good measure on there. He is right at 28 inches. So he is a bull red. So even if we didn't have one in the box yet, he would not be a legal fish. I am gonna grab my box, however, to prop up my GoPro and give you guys a better look at this fish. Here we go. I don't know if the GoPro gets this big old boy on the picture, but we got ourselves a 28-inch bull redfish. Even if, like I said, even if we didn't have one in the box already, this guy would not be a legal fish. He is too big. He has a massive tail on him. That's a really cool catch. And I'm gonna get the GoPro in the waterproof case so we can get an underwater release footage of this guy. Got him that time. Not a bad fish, whatever it is. Another red. Here we go. Probably what we had, just a bit weird. Figured out the culprit though, so that's sweet. This one is probably right at that 17, 18 mark. 2 spots on one. Pretty little guy. Yeah, he's probably around that 16, 17 mark. Too small to keep, but absolutely my favorite fish. Favorite saltwater fish to catch. I mean, I'm not going to say they're the easiest fish to catch, which they are pretty easy. I mean, you know, as you can see what I'm doing right now with the live shrimp, they can definitely be easy to catch if you know where to find them. We will probably be heading in pretty soon and getting home and cleaning this fish up. So unless we have a little bit more action here before we put the kayak up in the truck, I will see you guys back at the truck while we're loading up. Alright guys, so just wanted to show you that redfish that we ended up keeping one more time before we head to the house to clean this guy up. He's a little stiff now that he's been in the ice for a little bit, but I'll tell you what, this guy was kicking, tossing and turning in his bag for probably 40 minutes after we put him on ice. This guy was still fighting, so I'm ready to get home, clean this guy up, and show you guys how we're gonna cook him too. All right, so the GoPro was really iffy and I'm not sure how much it picked up. So all we did was make a cut right here behind the head up to where the meat starts, and we just made a cut all the way down its backbone, back by the tail here. So now we're just gonna take our blade and we're gonna follow that backbone and get all the meat off. And so I'm probably gonna take this bubble blade here. It's a little bit more flexible, and just run it down the back here, picking up all this meat onto our fillet. Alright, so now that we've followed all that meat down the back here, we're going to take our knife, stick it through the tail, and go ahead and give that a chop through. Now we're just going to basically do the same thing on the other side and just follow the meat all the way down the other half of the backbone here, and I'll show you what we do when we get to the stomach. Alright, so we got one fillet here. As you can see, did not leave much meat at all on this guy. Got pretty much everything we could. And so now we're just going to flip over and get the other side of the meat. I know the video was kind of bad and just kind of cut through and gave you guys the basis of it, but I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side here, and I'll show you how to get the skin off of them. Alright, so to get the skin off these bad boys, all you do is pretty simple, is just start a little cut here into the meat towards the end of it, and you're just gonna pull back or just push down, just something to keep the skin down, and you're just going to run that knife between the skin and the meat. You're just gonna grab and pull that skin. And you don't gotta be rough with it. You can be pretty gentle, and it's more about the pulling the skin than it is about pushing with the knife. And so got all that. We left a little bit of belly meat on, but that's fine because I usually cut that out anyways. And so we're gonna get some of these bones out here. A couple bones in the meat right there. And like I said, I personally like to cut out that belly meat. And there we go. Got ourselves a little fillet. Alright. We are loading up our plate here with this meat because we're going to go ahead and cook it right now. It'll be as fresh as it possibly gets. We're going to be frying these guys up tonight, so I'll show you guys how I batter them, and then I'll show you what they look like when we're done frying.
So here's our plate of fresh, cut up fillets. We're going to soak them in a little bit of milk and eggs. And then we're going to cover them in our panko crumbs and our flour. And then we also added in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, put in a good bit of this lemon pepper Kinder's seasoning. And then we also added just a little bit of garlic salt. And we're just going to soak them in the milk and eggs, and then coat them in our flour, panko crumbs, and our seasoning. And then we're going to drop them into the fryer for just a few minutes, just till they get golden brown. This was the first 3 pieces we dropped down, and this meat was white as snow. They turned out really good, and it was a super simple recipe. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all like the video and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to see more Florida fishing content around the Panhandle.